Hey guys, welcome back to Walk with CS. So today's video is going to be one of my favorite recipe that I love. It is the Mangalorean dish called as mandis, or you can call it as a cucumber cake. So without any further delay, let's get into the video and see how it is prepared. So into a mixing bowl, I have taken about 1 cup of rice. This rice has been soaked overnight. So we'll add 1 cup of rice. And I'm taking half a cup of coconut, grated coconut, and 1 cup of jaggery, and a pinch of salt, and some salt, and some 3 to 4 pods of cardamom. So let's add little water to this mixture, just few maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, and grind this. So this is how it will look after grinding. So this is our batter. So let's transfer this into a bowl. So we leave the batter aside to set for around 30 minutes. So once we are done with all the transfer, this is the consistency of the batter. So leave it aside for 30 minutes. So next we'll take 1 cucumber, remove the peel completely, and we'll just cut it into 2 halves, and we'll have to de-seed it, remove all the seeds. This is a really healthy and a yummy dish. So I've removed all the seeds. So now we'll have to grate the cucumber. So today being a Father Day, this can be a special dish that you can give. So now we've grated our cucumber. So just squeeze out the cucumber juice out of it, else the batter will become very watery. So we'll just squeeze it out and take it separately. So by the way, wish you all a happy Father's Day to all the dear fathers out there. So now our cucumber is ready. So I will not waste this juice. So for those of you ladies who are watching this, or all the teenagers, the best medicine for acne is cucumber. So I'm just transferring the leftover cucumber juice into an ice cube tray. So cucumber juice is very good for your skin. So I'm just transferring all of this into an ice cube tray and leave it in my freezer. So whenever you have some irritation on your skin, or if you have acne or any kind of rashes, you can just take a cucumber ice cube and rub it all over your face. So now into a pan, I'm taking about 2 tablespoons of ghee. So let's take 2 tablespoons of ghee. Once the ghee is hot, we'll add some cashew in it. You can also add raisins. So I do not have raisins today at home. So I'm just adding some cashews into it. So just dry roast the cashews well until it becomes golden brown. So I fried the cashews and I've taken it out from the ghee, and we'll keep it aside. Now to the same pan, I'm adding 2 onions that are chopped like this in slices. So these are 2 medium-sized onions. So we'll have to fry these onions until it becomes a little translucent and starts turning brown. So let's fry this well. So it has to fry well in the ghee. So this is how it has to fry, to this extent. So now we'll take the set aside batter. To this batter, can you see that the batter has become a little thick? Just give it a mix. So now to this batter, we'll add the grated cucumber, the one where we've removed all the juice. So we're just adding that cucumber into it. Give it a good mix. So now add a little coconut. I'm adding a handful of coconut. I like coconut in this, so it depends on how much you want. So you can be generous with it, it will taste really good. So I'm just giving it a good mix. So to this we are adding few cashews as well, the roasted cashews. I'm just breaking it into pieces in my hands and just adding into it. So we'll mix everything well. So now we are done with our mixing. So the mixing is done. We'll keep it aside. Now take a container, a flat container, and the container should fit your idli steamer, okay, or whatever steamer that you use. So I've taken this container. Grease your container. I've forgotten to grease the container here, but please do grease your container with some ghee. And then I'm adding the fried onions in it, and I'll spread it across evenly to the entire container. So the reason we are using onions in the sweet dish is it gives a very good flavor to the cake that you make. So if you do not like onions, then you can skip this onion step, but I like the taste of onions in this dish. So do try and see. I'm also adding some cashews, the roasted cashews that we have. Now slowly pour in all the batter on this evenly. So you can even alter your sweetness according to your taste. So I'm just scraping out all the leftover batter from the utensil and just transferring it to this. So now when we are done pouring the batter, you just have to take this container and tilt a little and tap it down on the platform so that it sits evenly. It covers all the edges. So now I am taking the leftover onions and topping the batter with it. So once I am done with dressing it up with onions, I am also adding the leftover cashews. So in this way, both the sides of the cake will have the dressing. So even before pouring the batter, we've done a little dressing. And similarly, after pouring the batter, we are just doing this part. I'm also adding some coconut, grated coconut on it. So now our batter is all ready to be cooked. So I've taken a idli steamer here. So I'm adding some water into it, about half the container of water. So let us allow it to boil. Once the water starts boiling, the water is boiling now, we will place our batter in the container. So I'm just slowly placing the batter. So you basically have to steam this. So I'm just covering it with the lid and I'm allowing it to steam. So you'll have to steam it for around 20 minutes in medium flame. This is how it looks after it is cooked. So just take a knife and poke and see if it is cooked. So our mandis or cucumber cake is ready to be served. So I also follow one more step with this. So I'll just show it to you guys. So that makes it even more tastier and yummier. So I'll let this cool for about 10 minutes. So once this cools down, I will show you what you have to do next. This is how it looks. Doesn't it look yummy? So now just take a knife and run through the corners. As I told you, please do grease the container, else it might stick to the container. I had forgotten to grease my container, so it is a little difficult to scrape out the pieces. So now cut them into your desired pieces. I'm just cutting them into pieces. So cut them slowly, don't be in a hurry. So now let's just transfer these pieces into a plate. It's easy to take. I'm just transferring all the pieces into a plate. So you can eat it right away like this or follow this step. This will make it taste even more yummier. So in the same pan that we had fried our onions, I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of ghee. So once the ghee melts in, just spread it evenly on the fan, and we will shallow fry our mandis on it, on both the sides. So I'm just placing all the pieces on this pan. So I'll fry on both the sides for about a minute. So I'm frying these pieces. So this is how it looks. So I'm just tilting on the other side. It's almost done on one side. So that is how much it has to be fried until it becomes a little golden brown. So fry on both the sides. So there you go. Our mandis is all ready to be served. Did you guys see how simple and easy it was, and it tastes really good? Do definitely try it at home and let us know how it turned out in the comment section below. Also do tag us on Instagram if you with a picture, and I will leave our handle in the description box below. If you guys like this video, share it with your friends and families, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon for regular updates from us. I will see you guys again in my next video. Until then, stay happy, stay positive, spread love, take care, bye bye.